So, we all know that Batman v Superman is going to come out and everyone's going crazy over that movie, and I'm going to review it eventually, but give me a second because I do want to talk about what is arguably the best movie of the year so far, Zootopia. And it's surprising because everyone's like, it's an animated movie, and it's one of the highest rated movies so far of, I think, 2016, the other one being Deadpool, at least to me. And it got huge reviews. Me personally, it beat out How to Train Your Dragon and Lilo and Stitch for my favorite animated movie. So, a lot of people wanted a sequel. We have no idea if there will be. And I know Big Hero 6 is getting a show, Frozen is getting a sequel, and I think Wreck-It Ralph is also getting a sequel. But no one knows about Zootopia. So these are just possible ideas. And I really do hopefully that Batman v Superman beats out this movie in being my favorite movie of the year. P.S. It probably won't. If you guys remember, Zootopia is a huge place. It's not just like one city. It's multiple places. We got Tundra Town. We have downtown, like City Central. We have just all these places. The Rainforest District. I can't remember what the name was, but there's a lot of places, and I think there are 12. I'm not really sure. I think they say it in the training montage in the movie. 12 districts, and we've only explored like 3. So that gives you an idea of how much potential there is for sequels. We haven't seen Sahara Square. I really wanted to see that. I thought we were going to see it. No, we didn't. We have this little tropical place. I think that is actually in Sahara Square. It's like right next to it. We have this huge palm tree, which is supposed to be a casino. And I had no idea. I actually thought of it. Like, that looks like a hotel casino type thing. It actually is. It's a casino. It says it in the art book. And we have all of this potential in the city. We haven't really explored it. We should explore it. That could be something very important for the sequel. In the first one, we meet a lot of characters. We have Mr. Big, we have Flash, we have the mayor and his assistant mayor. And these are all characters that could return. You never know. Flash, definitely. Huge comedy. Just the potential of this character, this Sloth, it's huge. But the thing is, of course, you can't over milk it. You can't overdo a character. Please don't. If they do make a sequel, give an example here. Give me an example. Minions. Minions. What the hell was that thing? You know, I actually watched the movie, and then the second time I watched it, I sat down. I had to turn it off after 30 minutes because I could not take it. It's just stupid. But you see, things like Minions work fantastically in little doses. In Despicable Me, Minions were fantastic. Despicable Me 2, Minions were a little more out there. I didn't like Despicable Me 2 actually at all. But Minions was horrendous because it was all about these things. And these things about it, they can't communicate with the audience, so you can't really establish such a great emotional connection to them compared to characters that can actually speak and say what they feel. It's me talking about Minions. I'm never going to review that movie because that movie is garbage. And so that gives you an idea of what characters should be about. Finnick, I would really like to know more about Finnick, his relationship with Nick. That'd be interesting. You know, Mayor Lionheart and Bellwether could return. I think there is a car. Mayor Lionheart and Bellwether could return. You never know. Maybe they have to talk to someone in prison. Those are always interesting, you know, seeing villains return. And it really gives you kind of like the point of view of the villain being in prison and seeing these characters, the leads now. That'd be pretty cool to see. So as stated, there's a lot of potential in this movie, and it could actually spin out a franchise. You could even make like a TV show out of this, call it like ZPD or something. I don't know. There's a lot of potential here, and I'm glad they're seeing it with Frozen, which was actually, I don't think it deserves that much of a sequel compared to Big Hero 6. That really deserves a sequel. I mean, just how it ended. But that's getting a TV show. That's good. Wreck-It Ralph's also getting a sequel. Huge potential for video games there. But Zootopia 2, you don't know. The rest of this video here is going to be just my ideas. And if you don't like my ideas, then please leave. Why are you even watching this? But if you are interested, I really put some serious thought into this. And that's why I'm going to get my glasses. Because this is going to be an intellectual part of the video. So brace yourselves, because this is all fan fiction. Oh my God! let me just put it out there. I hate that word fan fiction. When you write something and you make it sound like adolescent, kind of like teenage writing, really sloppy writing, people are going to be like, that's just kind of like fan fiction. If you're ever writing like a sequel to something that will never get a sequel, for example, and that's annoying. And I don't know, because if you ever think about it, if Shrek 2 never happened and they put that Shrek 2 script out there, technically that'd be considered fan fiction. That'd be like, oh wow, look, a fairy and like a giant cookie character. God, they'd be like, that would never happen. That's fan fiction. So, I really dislike that word. I don't think it's fair, especially to people who actually put some real deep thought into these things. So these are all my ideas. Right from the get-go, it's going to sound like really, really serious shipping fan fiction, and I hate that. But again, this was actually could happen, especially how the directors of the movie are describing it, because this actually is a deleted scene. If you've seen their Twitter. So thinking about Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde as partners, that's huge potential for sequels. What could actually bring more to their chemistry and their relationship was, what if they actually got together? But this is kind of hard to really nail here, because this is the thing, you have to handle it really well. And why is because they're two different species, and this is going to be a huge problem for everyone in a city that is just they're actually kind of stereotype-ish, and they have all these issues, and they're just, starting to get over these predator-prey type thing, and seeing like an interspecies relationship. That'd be crazy. Now, if you don't want Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde to get together, that's perfectly fine. I see them as kind of like Mulder and Scully, as in, why would you never want these characters to be together? But that's just me. Now, getting to this relationship, if they ever do get together, think about the potential. Think about the potential in character development, as in the parents. What would the parents think? Judy's parents. What would ever happen to Nick's mom? What would she think? You never. Who is Nick's mom? You never see her. You never see Nick's dad. How would the police department react? They work in this place. Well, how would Bogo react? You don't know how these characters would take a relationship like this. And this is not just a relationship that's interspecies. It could be like, these characters can't really have children because it's not biologically possible. And then there's this thing about basically themes, right? So the first movie had the themes of racism, stereotypes. They also had drugs in there. In this one, I was thinking homophobia. And in a sense of not like literal homosexuality, but in the sense that two people fall in love and then the society shuns them. That's what I'm getting at. And it's like these people are hated because they're together and they're different species, and that just won't work, right? That's what they think. And the end of the movie is basically people being tolerant and accepting. That could be a theme. The other theme I was thinking about was poverty. You do not see poverty in Zootopia, ever. That is not something you see. You don't see it in the streets. You never see it. Mostly you just see people just barely making by, trying to get a living. But what about like really homeless people? You don't really see that. And that also leads to, if the characters are ever in a relationship, what if they want to adopt? And this is just like me just putting it out there. You never know how this happened. This could actually lead to a story in the sequel. Orphanages and orphans and kids that are left behind. Why are kids left behind? Because families don't have the amount of income to be able to support them. And just imagine that. Imagine adopting a child. That's got to be really heavy. And seeing just this, it's just potential here. Potential is huge. Imagine Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde together on a train, right? And everyone's looking at them. You feel this hatred toward this thing, and you just feel the eyes just looking at you, and you're like, what am I doing wrong, All I'm doing is loving someone. Like, how is this wrong, And that could actually bring to the dilemma of the movie. And what could the movie be about is the relationship, putting the relationship front and center, and less about the case. Though a case would be very important, because again, this is a kids movie and we also want some action in there. The relationship could be put front and center, and this could be basically the climax. It could be, maybe we shouldn't be together because this thing is just wrong. Everyone sees it as wrong, and this is just not going to work. That could be it. And so, and in the end of the movie, you never know, there could be like cameras broadcasting these two characters' affection for each other in some way. Like, what if someone gets wounded and the other person is like, in this, you know, kind of like cliche thing, it's like, oh my god, I care about you so much, please don't die, this kind of thing. And then like everyone sees this somehow. I don't know how, because I'm just like speculating, like just coming up with ideas here. What if they see it? What if it's being broadcast to all of the city and everyone sees it and they're like, wow, I've been treating this couple like crap, and seeing that in real life, seeing this actually happening, it's like, wow, it touches me, and it's like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should be more tolerant. And it could be a message about tolerance. Again, kind of like racism. It could be a message about tolerance. It could be a message about acceptance. And it's just huge potential. There's a lot of potential for sequels, especially with the relationship aspect of it. And if you really do think about it, this is just me, why would the directors cut out something like that? Something like the two characters actually getting together. Wouldn't that be like the perfect knot in a movie? Like, oh yay, they solved the crime, they're actually together, yay, happy ending. Why would they take that out? Maybe that's a sequel possibility, and they don't want to do it in the first one. They want to explore it a lot more in depth in the second. And you never know, that could happen. I don't know, I really like this movie, and I thought, what could be possibilities for a sequel? And I got this comment from this guy. It'll come up somewhere on the screen. That guy, he was like, do you ship these two characters? I'm like, I hate the word shipping. But yeah, why not? And then it really got me thinking about, it was this whole thread in my Zootopia movie review. I think it's still there in the comment section. It's basically what I'm saying right now. What possibilities for a sequel could be, and I actually promised this guy I'm going to make a video of this, so if he's seeing this, this is for you, man. And hopefully they make a sequel, hopefully. So again, yeah, those were my ideas. Disney, if you liked any of those ideas, please do contact me. My email. So guys, yeah, those were my ideas for Zootopia 2. And if you did like this video and found it informative, please like it. And if you do have stories, if you do have ideas for things that aren't yours or things that are yours, please make them. Please share them, because you're never going to be out there if you don't. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Hopefully with the Batman v Superman review.